I'm lost in darkness, searching for light. Every step forward feels like a fight. Shadows of doubt creep in my mind, but I refuse to surrender. I must find a way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. The weight of the world crushes me down. Fear and uncertainty all around. But I deep find inner strength to face the trials length by length. A way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Through every storm, I'll find my way. Through every night, a brighter day. I'll rise from ashes, like a phoenix born. My spirit unbroken, my heart reborn. I've walked through fire and emerged scarred, but wiser, stronger, and unmarred. My existence is a test of will, of trials overcome, of a soul made bold. The weight of the world's above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Oh, made bold. Through every storm, I'll find my way. Through every night, a brighter day. I'll rise from ashes like a phoenix born. My spirit unbroken, my spirit unborn. I'm lost in darkness, searching for light. Every step forward feels like a fight. Shadows of doubt creep in my mind, but I refuse to surrender. I must find day to day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help, but no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace.
Hey, greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Sheet Radio Raw post-show rewind for April the 14th, 2025. I am Tyler, the pro wrestling hipster, here with little Molly Holly, the long-haired Chihuahua, and Chihuahua, and
The hell's a Tawala? We
you
just
know what?
making up animals here?
Oh, always. It sounds like something from Australia, doesn't it?
Anyways, guys, as always, I'm CJ hanging out with, there we go, with this gentleman and that four-legged little beauty. on the screen, hanging out. Hunter, it's just going,
Greetings.
sitting down, talking about the WWE RAW.
Yes. It is Monday night. It is the go home edition for Monday Night Raw. We are just days away from WrestleMania. WrestleMania week is underway. But before we can get into all of the fun and action of tonight, we got to give the shout out to the us on the web. That is dirtsheetradio.com for all of your pop culture, entertainment, professional wrestling needs, all in one convenient location. Check it out. Making your homepage, look at it multiple times a day, just like we do, not because we are legally obligated to do so, but because we love to do it. Guys, it was a big show tonight, and a lot to cover. A lot went down. They kept a steady moving show tonight. I feel, Caesar.
There was a little bit of filler, but I'll touch it as we go.
Yeah, but
some was good. Some was like, why is this even on the show? But
we had some good quality wrestling. I feel like the matches we had tonight all went a pretty good amount of time for TV time. But you know what? Since tonight's episode ended with an in-ring promo segment, what do you say we start at the beginning of the show and run it from the beginning to the end tonight?
That also started with a segment.
It did. And, tonight's ending segment kind of had threads laid throughout the evening, so it'll kind of make a little more sense for the narrative to cover it that way. Molly, you good with that?
Molly's just
down.
Like, yeah, Molly's just
down.
Like, what?
She's ready. She doesn't care. She's ready to go back to her little napping spot over there, I think. But so guys, Monday Night Raw, as said, the go-home show for WrestleMania this year. We were live tonight in Sacramento, California at the Golden One Center. Caesar, I don't know if I'm sure they said, maybe I just missed it. Did they mention tonight being a sellout?
More like how many times they mentioned that stuff, actually.
Okay, fair enough. So they mentioned it multiple times then tonight. It was probably, in all likelihood, in fact, a sellout. Ahead of tonight's program, they did not have a lot announced. We had Karrion, Kross, and AJ Styles, an interview segment with Gunther, Liv Morgan, and Bayley, and then advertised appearances for CM Punk, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, and Seth freaking Rollins.
I thought they dropped that.
No, it was
Freakin'.
Oh, okay. They dropped it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Freakin's still part of the headcanon for me. So it's Seth Freakin'.
No, I just read the stuff and go,
okay.
But Gunther to start this off with.
Gunther, yes, and they did announce that. So they ran down the show as Raw opened up. Michael Cole ran it down as wrestlers filtered into the building, as they tend to do week for week. Caesar, you mentioned this in the group chat. The makeup list.
That was weird because usually Penta shows up, or they says Penta shows up before the show without the makeup on. So seeing him walk in and, dare I say, a casual look catches me off guard.
Well, the brother doesn't live in the makeup 100% of the day, man. This is,
I don't know. Like it's a thing I always hear about, that they say that they do their stuff and then show up. And I've read on the IWC that he shows up in human form and then goes backstage and puts himself together. So
human form.
You know what I mean?
He's a man. Caesar, he's a man. I don't know. He could be supernatural. I really don't know.
He could be literally two midgets in a uniform.
You never know. It is Lucha, sir. It is Lucha. We had Paul Heyman in a little Heymanception
that was
going on there.
So trippy.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, which Heyman's the real one?
Oh my god! He's Mirror Master from Flash. That's his.
That's not even a TV. That's just him in multiple forms.
There we go. It's not even his final form. It's not.
But he's gonna show up in his full form.
Oh my god! The Stay Puffed Marshmallow. But yes, Stay Puffed Marshmallow, Paul. The Ring General Gunther, World Heavyweight Champion, opening tonight's show, and boy, howdy did he look
so
angry.
Unimpressed. It looks like that meme of that girl that, like, when the Miz won the belt back in the day. That's what it reminds me of right now. You ever see that picture?
Yes, yeah.
That's what it reminded me of that one shot. But Michael Cole has I was awesome. Has an interview segment that was apparently earlier in the show than he was told.
Yes.
And of course, Pat McAfee was like, "Good luck up there, buddy," as he goes to the ring to do the interview.
Yeah, and Gunther was not happy with with Michael Cole. He wasn't happy with Sacramento. He wasn't happy
He's
with
just
anything. He cut a blistering
salty.
promo here. This was red hot. It was just full of righteous heel fury. And
I'm
I mean,
glad to
going
see
as,
it.
oh yeah, he needed this here, especially after not saying anything back to Jey Uso last week. But
And
going
looking
as far as
scared.
saying is going as far as to saying as you know, when he bathed in Jimmy's blood, he was in control and he liked it. Like this was evil Gunther at his absolute finest.
Yeah, about freaking time. Well, it's cool to see, Jay do his 15-minute yeet session around the ring, but when he actually have Gunther just, dare I say, being a complete dick, then
I'd say, but this is beyond dick. This is
no, but like
this is
he's
like
doing it proper. Is what I'm getting at. It's not like he's just like and just standing there. Like he's actually like, I'm gonna slap the taste out of Jey Uso Mania night one. There we go. I almost had to say
night
what
one, yeah, night one, not main event of night one, but night one nonetheless.
Probably be the later half of the show for sure.
You know, honestly, I don't know if they have the entire match order locked down yet, other than the main events. But I feel like it should be the opener. If it's not the main event, it should be. I don't know. That's just opinion on that. But I feel like
Imagine.
I don't know. Oh, I have a cat yelling at me now. Oh, they're fighting over there.
Take
bets.
bets.
My preview of WrestleMania weekend taking place to the right
my
of
goodness.
the couch tonight. But yeah, this promo was great. This is exactly what Gunther needed to do tonight. I liked it. This is going to sound nuts, and I don't normally advocate for this sort of violence. I would have loved to have seen him just go one step further and just take a swing at Michael Cole.
You think so?
I think I would have liked to have seen that. I mean, it looked like he was about to, maybe not hit it, maybe like push him into a corner, talk him into a corner.
Okay,
you know,
hold on. Hear me out. I'll trade you. Okay, push Michael Cole, but maybe smack McAfee.
There we go. McAfee. But you know, Michael Cole probably has a little bit of PTSD about being pushed up against a wall after that whole Heinrich incident a while back.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. If you don't, look it up, guys. It's on the YouTubes. It's there.
It's on the YouTubing.
It is very uncomfortable. And quite homoerotic.
Michael Cole's probably like, all right, touch me. It's like
the homoeroticism isn't what makes it uncomfortable. It's the non-consensuality of what's going on that makes it uncomfortable. But yeah, check it out if you don't know.
Michael Cole's like, that was my idea, guys.
It was not his idea, guaranteed. I don't believe it was. But Caesar Man, anything else on Gunther's opening promo here tonight? The Fire of Fury.
I was. You know, you go to grab a drink or something, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is gonna be kind of boring. Like you're just gonna sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once Gunther went off, I put my drink down slowly and was like, all right, he's going somewhere. So thank you for actually being Gunther instead of just being like. So
I have to agree. With you in how it drew me in and caught my attention because when he came out, I was expecting a little bit more of a plotting, I'm the ring general Gunther type of promo, that more stoic type of promo we get from him, and this was different. This was a little more angry from him, and I don't want to say he seemed shook. You remember when they did, was it last summer, when they did the whole storyline about Gunther kind of losing his confidence and being shook by Damian Priest and how bad it made Gunther look? And I think this is kind of what they were wanting out of that, where it's like, yeah, he was rattled, but he seemed stronger for it, not like rattled and was getting like kicked in the dick backstage. Because that is what happened.
I like your
example. Never forget when Damian Priest kicked Gunther in the dick backstage at Raw. That happened, guys.
Oh my god! I don't have the video. We have the video ready. I was gonna say
we don't. Why would we have the video ready? First of all, we don't have the copyright clearance to show that.
No,
sir.
I'm just saying it's a reflex. But I can't pull the video up.
Yeah, are we going? Did we set up the clip? Let's throw to it, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Here, little reenactment. Uh,
Even that's
champion, boom. Oh,
even that's outside the budget. Oh, we're so.
mind the balls. That
Oh,
was.
that was the hallway shot, right? Is that what you're talking
Yep,
about? That's the one. Yeah. Okay.
yep. Oh, mine testes. My apologies
Mine?
to our Austrian and German speaking viewers out there for that accent.
Oh my goodness.
It's bad enough when I hit the Australians with my Grayson Waller, but tonight.
Hey, but
no.
Grayson Waller, I will say this a billion times over. His theme is still pretty cool. I will give him that one.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's a jam.
It's unique. It's weird, but it makes you know it's him.
Yeah. It's
instead of some stupid like A-Town or some shit like that.
Could be worse. But hey, we've got a match. We've got an opening match to get into here tonight, sir. So we've got singles action. Women's champion Liv Morgan.
Women's champion.
Sorry, women's tag team champion.
Just broke the interwebs right
Liv
there
Morgan.
saying that.
Hey, it's better than saying Rhea Ripley is representing the Judgment Day. All right.
Or as bad as what Pat McAfee said later in the show. We'll get to it.
We'll get there. But one half of the women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan, with her friend and partner and fellow tag champion Raquel Rodriguez. They made their way out to the ring. And that was to face Bayley one-on-one ahead of the tag title match they will be having at WrestleMania this weekend. They cut the commercial, right? Because WWE did that thing that they do that I don't like that they do, where they set up for the match and then they come back and it's a vignette. But we got the first
I
of the
hate
series.
that crap.
I don't like that they do it, but I get why they do it. It's to draw people in and keep them there, coming back after the break. I get it. I understand the purpose. But we got the first of a series of vignettes tonight featuring the women in the women's championship match.
There was only one vignette I was excited for, and you could probably take one guess at who it is. But yeah, vignettes. No, not that kind of who.
Oh, but no, it was vignettes and promo packages abound tonight. But they interspersed them very well with the wrestling. I thought this flowed very well for a go home show. But to quote Taz, I digress. Let's talk about this match. Liv Morgan, Bayley, one-on-one. And this was, I thought, a fantastic opening match. Liv Morgan and Bayley really put in a lot of work here. More work than you'd expect them to put in ahead of their match at WrestleMania this weekend,
So, okay, sorry to cut you off. I have two gripes with this match. Gripes, beefs, whatever you want to call it. Go back to that shot you had with Raquel there. Did you watch how that spot went down? Did you watch how that went down?
Yeah.
Completely botched it, grabbed the foot and didn't even put on the rope, and then afterwards she had to put her own foot on it. Secondly, did Bayley look a little bit stiff at times in the match?
I think
I was watching.
I don't know. Maybe that's why I thought the match looked so good. Maybe that's why it looked like Liv was selling really well because Bayley was laying it in. I'm not sure.
Because stiff as in she moved really awkwardly.
No, I thought she was moving fine in the match. I
thought
thought
it's not just because Liv was moving fine. There were times where Bayley was very uptight, usually more than normal. So I was like, "What the hell?" So it was very weird. I mean, I agree, it was a good match, but it's like, Bayley, you good, dog? Don't be injured. Please don't be injured.
She's fine. She's good.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, as long as she gets into Mania and does her thing with the Bird Lady, you didn't see the entrance.
Hey, Bird Lady good. I didn't because I live in the United States.
It was cute because you're doing the high fives and stuff like that kind of thing, like Jay does with everybody, kind of thing.
Bird Lady good.
At the top of the ramp. Yeah, it was cool. So,
but Bayley getting the win here tonight at 12 minutes 55 seconds. Now, Caesar, do long enough. Yeah, it went a long time.
That's what I'm saying. It was enough.
It got a break. It got a commercial break in there. Now, do you think that this pretty much sets up Bayley and Bird Lady to not win at WrestleMania?
I don't know, because if they keep it on Liv and Raquel, who's next to go against them? But if they put them on Bird Lady and Role Model, who do they get to go against them?
Well, and that does put Lyra in a double duty, kind of place, being the Intercontinental Champion as well. So
And then the other question is like, could they possibly do it where Raquel and Liv win and Bayley gets turned on?
Or maybe Bayley. Do you think Bayley could go heel again? They lose. Bayley gets all pissed off at Lyra. She goes like full attack mode on Lyra. Sets up a fun feud between the two of them.
I don't know.
Bayley, because Bayley hasn't been. I love Bayley, but Bayley has not been setting the world on fire with this face run.
You're not wrong there.
She seems to just the last couple of years. She seems to have a lot more fun, and I know to be a little bit, also to be a bit more functional as a heel. So maybe that's the way they're going to go. I don't know, because there's a lot. Look, I mean, there are a couple women's tag teams on NXT as well, because you got to remember those women's tag team championships are all three brands of WWE, including NXT. So they could always kind of to help establish an NXT team, they could always have them get the belts off of Liv and Raquel. It's hard to say what they could do, but I don't know. We'll see this weekend, guys. WrestleMania, a lot of matches. 2 nights, a lot of DSR coverage too.
Did you see the apparent I don't know how true this is, but the apparent runtime for both nights?
Are we talking like including the pre-shows?
I don't know. I just saw some like spots on the WC that were like, oh, it's this many hours and this many. I'm like, holy smokes, guys. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really read the full detail. I just saw that it said that it's going to be like X amount of hours, and I was like, whoa.
It's going to be a long weekend.
But I mean, the show itself is going to be what, 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern.
Yeah,
I think the start time.
Yeah, and I think it's 7 matches each. Well, right now it's 7 matches on night 1, 6 matches on night 2, but they'll probably add that Randy Orton match Friday night, I imagine. What's the big the big leaning and rumor that's going to be what, him and Solo, or not him and Solo? Sorry, him. Yeah, him and Solo, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, when you follow you walk around the IWC, you read all the rumors. The only one that's remotely confirmed is close to remotely confirmed is Orton and Sikoa. Can't do much other than that.
Baby boss baby. But anyway, but back to tonight's Raw. Anything else on that match tonight, sir?
No, I'm just excited to see what happens this. What is it, Saturday, that match? Saturday, right?
I think that's Saturday, yeah. But all right.
Okay, we'll just see what happens then.
From there, we had a video package on what happened last week with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, where Seth could have stomped Paul and did not. And then this cut to Paul Heyman backstage on his phone, waiting for the arrival of the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After that, we had Booyaka 619, Rey Mysterio making his entrance with the rest of the LWO in tow. And then would you believe it? We went to commercial, and then we came back and had a Rhea Ripley vignette. So we did it again. They did it to me twice in a row, sir. Two. But yeah, again, so we had the Rhea Ripley side of that vignette, which you do not have a picture of.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. But so this will take us into Rey Mysterio versus Julius Creed.
You want to hear something actually kind of sad about that match? Promise you won't laugh too hard.
I'll try.
So you know how at the whole match they had both squads at ringside?
Yes. Well, for a good portion of the match.
Yeah.
Eventually they did get rejected.
My brain didn't actually process that Chad Gable was there.
Well, of course
Is that
he
weird?
was. Of course he was there. He's with American Made. Why wouldn't Chad Gable be there? But as you alluded... Well, no, I don't know what you're getting at right now, Caesar. But to catch the folks up that maybe didn't see what happened here, as Caesar said, both the LWO in its entirety there and American Made were out there as well. And this, of course, led to a lot of conflict, chicanery, until the referee threw everybody out and to the back. But after American Made and the LWO were ousted from ringside, there was still a distraction to be made, as none other than El Grande Americano would come down and distract Rey Mysterio. And I can't believe that someone as stalwart and upright and true as Rey Mysterio would do something as dirty as to try to unmask a luchador. I
Guys.
was aghast that Rey did this.
All right, guys. If you're gonna be those people you're getting cranky about it, let's not start now about who we think El Starbucks is. Okay, we're not gonna start that right now. We're here to discuss the match itself. Also, I don't know if you saw in the chat what I said about the match, but I'll say it to our viewers here. I feel bad for Julius. That shoulder spot he took into the post, that was loud.
Yeah. Julius is awesome though. Like, my
God, no, I agree.
Specimen.
But like, dude, I mean, I'm not a wrestler. I lift weights, but even my shoulders started hurting when he hit that spot. Ugh.
Speaking of lifting weights and just the awesome power of Julius Creed,
I know.
Spot where he picked Rey up on the floor on his knees into a suplex position and walked him up the steps, like just outstanding.
That man's a future world champion.
He's amazing. Like, I gotta say, we here in Ohio, we fill him full of corn and we send him out.
Didn't they say he's from your area?
Yeah, he's from Ohio.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
But yeah, they
Ohio,
just Ohio, man.
So
it's
over there,
over this place over here. We're there.
Here's Ohio.
we're counted as the Midwest, but a lot of other people in the Midwest get mad about that. So Ohio is what it is. But yeah, 10 minutes, 19 seconds. Rey Mysterio, despite the attempted interference by El Grande Americano, ends up getting the win here. But after the match, he is attacked by El Grande Americano, who loads that mask and hits him with the forehead there.
Could you imagine if at Mania, Grande's in the ring and Chad Gable comes up from the entrance? How weird that would be.
I mean, I think that would be about just as weird as Dude Love getting attacked by Cactus Jack. I think it's in that same kind of.
Like, imagine if at the end of the day we found out that it wasn't actually Gable that's playing Americano.
Look, I'm not 100% sold, because El Grande Americano, this dude is like lean and cut. Like, he looks almost a little roared, and like I don't know if that's like just part of the dark arts of lucha libre, but like this dude looks a little more buff than Chad Gable.
It's like the Hulk Hogan thing all over again. Mr. America.
What are you talking about?
Mr. America.
I don't know what you're talking about, because we never found out the identity of Mr. America.
I know everyone said they were the same person. I'm still on the same boat as you.
My money was at the time and still is on D'Lo Brown.
You didn't think Mark Henry was Mr. America?
There was a moment where I thought it was possible, but I felt like Mr. America moved too swiftly to be Mark Henry.
Maybe Mark Henry developed the dark arts of being
of lucha libre. Or were you about to say the dark arts of being American?
No, I was just gonna take dark arts and just did a random
friggin' Canadian up there.
There was no actual direction after that. I was like,
that was your Michael Scott moment for the night. Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't know where it's going to go.
End of my Michael Scott moment for the week. On stream at least. But anyways, hey, it's the what do they call them again?
The New Day.
It's Amish Cody and Kofi. Clash of Clans Kofi. No.
Clash of Clans. Yeah.
They're playing Clash of Clans.
That's what they were playing back there, yeah. On his iPhone, I think.
That's a Samsung.
Is it? It's only got 3.
I
don't know, dude.
Look at here. I will no. Pull up my cat. Pull up the stream for a second. Look at this. Look at see. This is an iPhone.
Yeah, but no, this is the Galaxy.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yours has the exact same except his.
He's only got 3 cameras on that thing. I can't believe
Yeah,
this is what we're talking about on
in
the
a
stream right
row,
now.
in a lineup. See,
Yeah,
boom,
but where's the other 2 cameras? Unless his phone's older than mine, that's possible.
or
I'd love
newer.
to. No, this is new. This is new, sir. Thank you. I would love to think that I have a newer phone than Kofi or than
As
Xavier
long
Woods.
as long as it's wireless charging, it's a new phone.
Yeah.
But anyways,
My
Amish
last one,
Kofi.
my last one couldn't do that because of the case. Anyway, but they were backstage playing Clash of Clans, and Jackie Redmond approached them, and they weren't really happy to be interrupted, as they often are not, because they're assholes now. This is what happens.
I can't take them seriously, and I feel bad for it. Like it's anything from Kofi's Amish beard to Xavier being like or just I don't
I don't
understand.
know.
Like
Heel New Day works. I think it's working here.
they
You
should have
know,
did the
it's
John Cena thing and just kept their theme song.
you don't like the Mega Ran. You don't like the Mega
It,
Ran Def Rebel thing they got going.
like, do you want me to be like slightly candid for 2 seconds on how this is in my
Always.
head?
That's all. We are live.
Okay,
We are
okay.
uncooked, uncut, and uncensored, sir.
I don't
That's what
know.
we do here.
Our audience in the back of my yard is cooked. No, it's like as a person who produces music and as a musician, it's like they took the same like loop, Def Rebel, and either turned it up in volume or pitched it down or sped it up or slow it down. Like all of their every theme they produce now is just the exact same trap beat. It sounds like, so you can't get too into it, which what sucks about it.
Understand.
Oh, you hear like the new day or whatever, and it's like yawn. So I don't know. I can't get into it. I'm happy that they're doing something with them, but it's like, is it going to happen at Mania? I don't want it to, but I mean, I know you don't want it to because your boys are actually being used as a proper tag team.
Yeah, no. I mean, I could understand them going with New Day again, but yeah, I like that the War Raiders are finally getting that. Getting the
Tag team push.
yeah, yeah.
The
Like
belts are still hideous, but yeah.
yeah. I mean, they still look like pizzas of some kind.
No,
I think
everyone says coins.
coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than the copper pennies they used to look like. But
Bring back, what was it, like 2005? Where they had the same belts on both brands for tag belts, but one was like black and gold and one was blue.
yeah,
Wasn't it? Yeah. Just do that again. Those were beautiful.
yeah. SmackDown has the better looking belts for sure. But
Oh, SmackDown's belts are freaking like gorgeous. I'd fight for those. Anyways,
oh god, all right.
tag
But
belts.
yeah, tag belts. But yeah, but no, I would. I don't know, man. I'm really torn on that because like I feel like if you really want to get New Day super, established as a different heel act, then yeah, you put the belts on them. But like, I would hate to see that happen to the War Raiders as well, just because I feel like they're just now getting what
You
they should be getting.
you want to make it proper? Send the New Day to SmackDown and send someone else to Raw.
Who?
Because I don't know, that's the fun of it. Because at least then they can go be complete assholes on SmackDown, and they can send over another heel team that we could take as a credible heel set team. I don't know who, but it just I don't know. I'm in the same boat as you are. It's like if you put it on the New Day, it's like they better win with some kind of extremist heel tactics, not a pin. That's it.
Yeah, well, they'd have to. I don't know. Like when you're talking, kayfabe in it, physicality to physicality, like the Warriors are just so much more dominantly large.
The two of them, the two New Day members weigh as much as are like put together, like physical size wise. Put them like hugging each other. That's the size of one of the members of War Raiders.
Right? Is that do you know offhand? I remember offhand if that's night 1 or night 2.
No,
Okay,
like,
me either. It's hard to keep track, guys. They announced it late in tonight's episode, and I did not write that down. So yeah.
Well, not to mention, you said in our group chat that it's like, oh, everything seems like it's being or no, It was in the main chat where it seems like everything's just being like, all right, you at first night, you. It's like, this should have been figured out like a month ago.
Well, it is. There were a couple little last minute changes here, to
Couple.
Mania, a couple, but back in the arena, AJ Styles made his way to the ring
Phenomenal.
ahead of the break again. We did it again. We went to a break after AJ. We came back and we got a video package, as we've been getting week after week, highlighting different segments and moments and eras of Hall of Fame, soon to be Hall of Famer Triple H's career. They highlighted the match, The Undertaker, where Sean was the special guest referee. So this is what they've been doing week after week after week, reminding you all that, hey, Triple H did all kinds of cool shit during his in-ring career.
They've avoided the how do you call it, the authority angle so far, I've noticed.
I wouldn't think they're going to really touch. I mean, they've talked about some of his heel work, but the heel work they've talked about, like Helmsley McMahon era type stuff, like that's so long ago that now it's like, yeah, he was a bad guy, but like, don't you remember how cool he was? So it's like, it's okay to acknowledge. I don't believe that they showed him marrying Stephanie as she was unconscious at the drive-through chapel in Vegas. Don't think they showed that again.
They're not going to show that. They never will.
Hey, that's how they got married. That's canon.
They'll canon. Show it as like a.
Oh God, it's hard to say at this point, man. We're too far away from the Andre. Still, we're still too far away.
What's that?
Probably some call-ups, predictions for the night after.
Predictions. Stuff's gonna happen.
Oh wow,
there's gonna be matches.
That is.
Michael Cole will be there.
You're really vaguing it up.
We'll be there. Oh, afterwards.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah. Live.
What else? There'll be a crowd. There'll be pyro.
But after the next promo package, we had the man that has Caesar blocked on Twitter, Karrion Kross. Hey, Karrion Kross came out to his old theme here. Did his old entrance.
I fell asleep during his entrance.
Oh, he bumped more than 4 times? No, he didn't. He didn't.
One ref bumped more in 1 year than he did in one night.
But no, this was actually pretty solid here. I liked they have been trying. They've been doing this bit where Karrion's trying to corrupt AJ, and at one point in the match, Karrion Kross pretended to have an ankle injury, and the ankle injury is what took AJ Styles out for all that time. And once AJ figured out that he was tricked into showing mercy here, he was just absolutely incensed, came out like a house of fire, and ended up winning the match in 9 minutes and 46 seconds, beating Karrion Kross. What'd you think of the match here, Caesar, before we get into the post-match stuff?
If he really wanted to mess with AJ, he should have came out like AJ. If he really wanted to get into AJ's head.
Like with the gloves and everything?
No, like the whole fit. Everything. Even the music, the pyro, everything. If he really wanted to get into his head.
I wonder if they could get rights to his TNA music, since they've got an agreement now. He could have been the TNA version of AJ Styles.
WrestleMania?
God, no. He's busy. AJ is busy at WrestleMania. And speaking of which, after the match, he I'm trying to think, did he call out Logan, or did Logan just come out after? I'm trying to remember now. It was a long night, guys.
It was.
Checking my notes here. Logan Paul. Okay, he just came out. But yeah, he came out to a chorus of boos, holding a microphone as Logan Paul does.
Okay, I'm gonna sound like a total idiot, but why is he the Maverick? I keep forgetting.
I don't know, because that's what they call him.
All right, well, we'll just call you the Tyler, and they'll call me the Canadian. There you go.
Well, why am I the Tyler? I am Tyler. I don't have to be the Tyler. That's not...
Okay, I don't know. But, like, he says this thing. He's like, I'm the Maverick, and I'm just like... And?
The Maverick, that's what he's called.
Oh, God.
Hammerstone. I don't know. Moose, I mean, he's doing... interaction with NXT. I mean, anybody jumping from TNA to WWE or NXT, I find to be of a higher probability than I would have a year ago, in large part due to the them holding hands now and making out in the closet. That's what that's what
All
that's
places.
what that's what NXT and TNA are doing.
It
Making out in the closet.
in all honesty, I see people showing up at Stand and Deliver, but I don't know if I see people showing up at Mania. If I'm being honest, like I can see Moose doing something at like Stand and Deliver, for example.
Yeah.
But as we're going higher up, I don't think so. Not this year.
Dude,
Maybe.
not this
Maybe.
year.
Oh, could you imagine Survivor Series, WWE, NXT, TNA?
It'd be fun. There's a lot of possibilities to
That
be
would
had.
be an actual thing to see. There's three things, and there's that guy. You remember the quote that LA Knight said about him?
No, which one?
This guy says he's a megastar and he makes videos for 14-year girls on YouTube.
Oof. I mean, there's accuracy in that.
And he's like, I got a piece of paper with a map, or we can take all those Prime bottles and stick them. I'm like, oh my god. Anyways, enough of the LA Knight.
So Logan Paul Jaws here says some mean things about Sacramento, some mean things about AJ Styles, and AJ's fed up with it. He tells him to just come down to the ring. They can start WrestleMania a little bit early. And as Logan is approaching the ring, Karrion Kross blindsides AJ, and then AJ and Logan just leave. Logan and Karrion leave AJ Styles laying flat on his back.
That finisher of Logan's is something.
What do they call that thing?
The Punisher.
No, Paul Verizer.
Oh yeah, the Paul. Yeah. True.
Verizer.
Yeah. That finisher is very different. A good different though.
Looks good. It looks good.
Oh, when it's executed, it's beautiful.
Yeah, solid segment. Hate Logan Paul. You really just want to see AJ Styles just beat him pillar to post, and let's hope that's what happens this weekend at Mania. Man, I don't want Logan Paul to beat AJ Styles.
I don't see what would be beneficial if he did.
I mean, here's the thing: like AJ's not going to lose anything if he doesn't beat Logan Paul, and I mean, AJ's on the slope out of his career here. We know he's far closer to the end. He's talked about that, wanting to hang it up in the relative near years.
Yeah.
And so if he's looking to do that, maybe he does want to put some people over. But man, if AJ's only got so many marquee matches left in him right now, I don't know that I want one of those, especially at WrestleMania. If he's only got a few WrestleManias left, a couple WrestleManias left, I don't want him losing to Logan Paul at one of those WrestleManias.
If he's gonna go over at Mania with somebody, or no, I'll go over, put someone over, definitely not Paul. That's like giving the new kid the manager spot at your job.
And maybe I'm a little biased here just because I really do not like Logan Paul. On behalf of Ohio, I apologize.
Yeah, we've apologized for a few people too here in Canada.
Yeah.
So
Justin Bieber,
among many.
Celine Dion.
Yeah, she's all right, I guess. I'll send you the list. Remember, it's in the Canadian package. How to?
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Yep.
It's okay, bud.
But again, we saw Paul Heyman waiting.
I got an actual question because you are of the expertise of the interwebs, and our many viewers should answer this question truthfully. How many phones does Paul have?
A lot. He's Paul friggin' Heyman, man. He has been rocking the cell phone since, the late 80s, early 90s, back in the WCW days, right?
Yeah.
When he was Holly Dangerously, because when he was young, he looked vaguely like Michael Keaton did in the movie Johnny Dangerously. That is going way back. Google it. Google young Paul Heyman and Johnny Dangerously. He did kind of look like Michael Keaton back in the day. Yes, the Michael Keaton that
From
is Batman.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Paul Heyman looks like he could be the Penguin.
Wow. I just thought about that one actually.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm mad that Paul Heyman has never had the opportunity to play the Penguin in anything.
plot twist. He was asked, but he denied it because he's like, I'm
Uh,
above it.
maybe Roman Reigns
Because
wouldn't let him.
like he have like he has the Rowan phone, another phone, like on screen. I know he has two phones on screen. So I don't know, that was just some thoughts I had earlier on the
I'm
show.
willing to bet that he's still got like one of those like indestructible Nokia phones as well.
You know what's weird? I never had one of those.
You
I
missed
was
that
part
section.
of the like quadruple tapping for buttons
Yeah,
to
you
like
have
type
you have
high and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
I had one of those called the LG Kibos. I had one of those,
right,
but never a Nokia. So
huh? Yeah. But so after that, they showed a clip for the next or episode of Stephanie's Places.
oh my god, no one cares. Sorry, my microphone was on.
No, it's like it's such a vanity project for her, and it's fine, it's whatever. I do think it's funny that several weeks ago, and I think it was Pat McAfee that said it, and they have not allowed him to say this ever again the way he said it. But like they showed a clip of it, and he just goes, "Michael, I can't wait to see Stephanie's Places," and it was just like, Pat.
You know, Pat got in such shit for that line.
Probably.
Literally,
It's, you know.
he got backstage and Hunter's like, listen, Pat, come here for a minute.
Pat, come here. Don't talk about my wife's places.
No, you know that lady you talked about earlier? She's kind of my wife. Yeah.
Yeet. All right, so we have Dark J Rising here.
What does he say?
Like,
Yut?
yeah, the Yeetanator. Yeah, looking all solemn, like he's dressed for a funeral. Seriously, yeah, Yeet. The
Dark-
Yeetanator's even better because Gunther is Austrian. This works out so well. But he comes out, crowd on fire, absolute huge reaction as Jey Uso is getting the connection that Jey Uso has to the audience is absolutely phenomenal. I say this a lot. Like I understand, he's not for me. You know, I like Jey Uso. I don't like Jey Uso this much.
Did you see that one fan? It was near the top of the.
He was into it, brother.
No,
like
there was one guy. It was like you know when he comes through like the into like the arena, we'll call it like the top, the very top there.
Yeah.
There's one dude on the right side. It's in the video. You have to watch it. He's doing like the arm thing, like that Jay does, but it looks like he's just like waving for one of his friends in the crowd, like yeah, like just like up and down, like at his own
So you're
speed.
saying it was a lackadaisical yeet. He was just kind of yeeting to his own
It's
drum.
just like this. It's just like kind of like
Oh,
this.
like someone was like
But, like-
someone was about to faint and he's trying to like fan
Like-
them off.
but like half speed, and I'm like, dude, the crowd's doing it this way, and you're just like that, and I'm like,
Yeet.
I didn't see the person in the picture, which is a bummer because I was gonna put them up, and be like, what in the world? I mean, I'm not saying I'm any better at this stuff, but
Yeet. But so he hops up on the table.
Dark
he's
J
getting ready for
Rising.
a promo, Dark J Rising, and his music starts again. And I'm like, oh, so he just did the bit where he comes out and everyone cheers, they yeet, and he leaves. But no, he came back. And he did speak for a moment. Kind of a brief but intense promo, not as intense as last week. But
Did you get a picture of that sign I mentioned?
I don't know. I do not have no. I do
So
not.
to explain to everybody, there's a sign in the crowd when Jay's doing his thing to like the left of the camera, and it says "That's financially ruined me." I was
Tickets
like,
are expensive.
It's just the honesty that I'm laughing about.
Tickets are expensive.
Oh, I
But,
know. I've looked into it.
But what'd you think of Jay's promo here?
These last promos before Mania have gotten me more curious,
Mm-hmm.
but I am also kind of scared to see how this goes because there's 95 matches in 2 days.
It's a lot. It's going to be a lot of wrestling this week,
Like,
guys.
how long are we going to give these guys? Like 20 minutes?
They need to give them a fair amount of time because, like, here's the thing. That match is not. It's not going to get its stars necessarily from the in-ring prowess. Like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be a good match. You know what I mean? But like, it's going to be more about the emotion and the story that they tell about Jay in there, and we'll see what happens. I'm not quite ready to lay down my predictions yet, but I'm torn.
No, I'm in the same one.
I'm torn on this.
Like we said earlier about the other one is, if they do with this person, what do they do? If you do with this person, where does it go?
Right.
And I can't answer either one of those.
So
just gotta wait and see.
We'll see. It's this weekend, guys. It's this weekend.
Saturday and Sunday.
Both nights, guys. But all right. From there, we had Kathy Kelly backstage with Braun Breaker. And she didn't talk to Braun too long. Before Braun got attacked, he got attacked, Caesar, by the Judgment Day. And then you can see the Velcro on the title. I hate that they put Velcro on the belt.
Despise the hell out of that.
Oh, it kills me. It kills me. I feel like Jerry Seinfeld's dad, Morty, on Seinfeld, he hated Velcro. I hate the Velcro belt. It's terrible.
I know the belts are changing and everyone's opening the snaps and everything, but it just feels like it's tacky, is what I would say it is.
I don't like it. It really kills me when I can hear it. Like, they're like, it's an intense promo moment, and then you just hear...
No, he's looking at the other person. He's like you said, like this, right? And everyone's going to be like, as you said, that loud crinkle.
Just that Velcro sound, Lordy Almighty. But from there, oh God, that's what my pizza rolls see in the microwave at 2:30 in the morning. After the show tonight, that's what they're going to see.
Explosions in a mask?
Just fear. They're going to feel the fear.
You wear makeup when you're making pizza rolls?
Don't question my life, Caesar. It's WrestleMania week.
Do you have enough caffeine for Saturday and Sunday?
I have more than enough caffeine.
I feel bad for you because, like, hey, it's Molly. I feel bad for you because, like, that's like what, a 7:00 start time, and the show ends at like what, 2 a.m. probably.
Oh, it won't be that late.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
just picking a number out of the dark here.
And it's the weekend. Like, I'll be ready. I'll make coffee. I got coffee. I got coffee.
No, you're like, I got coffee.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
All right.
I'm going to be 40 in 2 weeks. Okay, so like, coffee is the only thing I've got for something like that anymore. All right, there's nothing else I can do anymore. All right.
A nap?
I don't do a nap. No, I'm not that old yet. I'm not that old. But we're going to talk about this match. We've got Penta and Finn Balor. Finn Balor. Oh my God, it is Finn Balor. It's like if that was a vanity license plate.
Isn't FN like an element on the periodic table?
Oh God, sir. It's like midnight here. I'm not sciencey right now.
Franklinium? What the hell? Might be
You're
a joke.
making that up. That's not
no.
real.
I was doing the Googles.
Oh,
so we got Finn Balor against Penta.
But two of the men in the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship taking place this weekend at WrestleMania. Good match here. I thought this was definitely quickly making the running for match of the night until
it served its purpose just to put the two of them, give everyone the showcase and not just let them destroy each other.
Right.
So it was cool to hear that. And I'm surprised there wasn't any shenanigans. It was actually just the two of them.
Until.
And of course, I was just going to say until, the rest of the... Can we even call them the Judgment Day anymore?
Yeah, they're still the Judgment Day.
Okay.
But Braun Breaker looking for revenge for the Judgment Day jumping him, and holy hell was Carlito scared.
I want to send a video of Braun Breaker doing a spear to Roman Reigns and be like, "This is how you do a spear."
He's going to block you on Twitter as well, just
Oh
like Karrion
shit! Is that all
Kross
it
did.
takes?
That's all it takes.
No, because when I don't think brawns are considered spears anymore.
No, he's a javelin at this point. It's
You
not a
might as well.
spear. It's a
They might as well
javelin.
rename it to a javelin. Because if you listen closely, viewers, you hear bones breaking.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Braun.
not exaggerating. I wish I was exaggerating.
He's knocking the shit out of people. But this led to a DQ here at 11 minutes and 34 seconds, which is a shame for a hell of a match. But I understand why they did what they did here.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you.
They all brawled out here, and that's I rarely I'm not someone who really advocates for Fatal 4-Ways. They did mention this is the first time that the IC title will be in a Fatal 4-Way match at a WrestleMania. And I thought, like, yeah, of course, like, my God, like, but I'm not super big on these, multi-man matches, but this is going to be a lot of fun. And honestly here, when it comes to the winner, I don't think there's a wrong choice.
I do.
You do? Who's the wrong choice?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor is the wrong choice. So anybody but Finn. I want everyone at home to realize that that's what Caesar just said. Anyone but Finn.
I've been a fan of Penta since his other stint on the other wrestling company. We'll say it subtly. And then
which one? Which other company?
AEW.
Okay.
I was gonna say the stupid name, but I blanked. And then when you go to Dom, he's an extreme heat magnet, and everyone boos the shit out of him. But he's been doing pretty decent in the stuff they've put him in.
Right.
And then, well, if you take the belt off Braun, you better have your door locked to your house because he might break through it.
I mean, if you have it locked, what's it matter? There's nothing that can stop Braun Breaker. He's the juggernaut, sir.
Basically a walking tank. So,
yeah.
I don't know. That's my only thing is, like, I'm not seeing that with any hate towards Finn Balor, but, like, last week when he picked up the belt, no one reacted. There was no boos. There was no cheers. There was just everyone like, so.
Poor Finn Balor.
With Dom, everyone booed the shit out of him. With Braun, barking. With Penta, cheering.
Dom had, I thought Dom had a pretty good run with the NXT North American Championship. They could do something similar to that with the IC title. Just go full, chicken shit heel with him.
No, but like I'm saying, like, I 100% agree with you. Do the chicken shit heel. Yeah. If they keep it on Braun, keep him as the complete goddamn
dominant badass.
And then if it's Penta, then give him something over the top. Like I said, the only one that I don't want getting it is Finn Balor. So
poor Finn Balor. But again, guys, I'm going to reiterate. Caesar said it here tonight. Anybody but Finn Balor.
I'd be fine with. And honestly, what if we see Dom screwing over Finn Balor or Finn Balor screwing Dom?
That's probably going to happen.
JD comes back. Hopefully he's okay.
Ready?
First, you never know. He could have been ready for like a month. We just don't know. They don't tell us.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. The man had his rib puncture his lung.
But I'm just saying, you know how it is with wrestling.
From behind, okay? Again, the behind, not the front rib into it. No, the back rib, not the McRib. That's that. No, okay. Hello. Is it? No, wouldn't it be? He's Scottish, isn't he?
Yeah, but they have McRib up there.
No, that would be the Mac rib then.
Would it?
Because he's Scottish. Yeah, Scottish they're Macs. They're not, right? Isn't that how that is? Like it's.
We need a Scottish person to understand this for us.
I thought like it was Mac like MAC and like MC Mick for
MC Hammer.
Like, not MC Hammer. Jeez. Although I had a my granddad thought that it was McHammer, that his name was McHammer.
Dude, I had
who's this McHammer fella? That
well, you see, Dad.
I was like, what? Well, you can't touch that, sir. That's
no, we can't touch a paycheck.
Oh, that was mean. You know what? At least MC Hammer didn't get caught stealing stuff from a house like Vanilla Ice when he was working on that remodel show he did. Allegedly. I don't
Yeah,
know.
throw in the word allegedly, and
That
back
gets us
to
out of
wrestling.
that gets us out of everything. Allegedly. Hey, we had the third and final
The
vignette.
best one out of the three.
Oh yes, it was. I want Io Sky to retain this championship at WrestleMania so badly, in large part because she has been just pushed down and has been like the third. This is a weird example
How
or
much?
correlation. It reminds me of when The Miz was WWE champion and he was defending against John Cena, but John Cena was technically feuding with The Rock. And like it kind of feels like it. It feels like she's just there and she is the world champion. She's Io Sky, she's one of the best wrestlers in this company's history. I just feel like she's been not given a lot of respect here, and I don't understand why people are booing Bianca Belair and still cheering Rhea Ripley because Rhea Ripley has been nothing but a petulant child during this entire feud. I'm so angry.
I will 100% agree with you, but I think they're putting her down, her being Io, because she might be retaining. Like they're making her look like the weak one.
I hope she does.
I know the whole internet says that. As for the Bianca thing, I don't get it either. Like I'm not a huge Bianca fan, but I'm like, what? Why are you booing Bianca? And then
Yeah,
of course,
I understand. I don't get that. Like, I truly do not understand why people have been booing Bianca in this. She's not been a heel or an underhanded or bad person. She's the one that's earned the opportunity here.
Yeah, she did. And then I don't like. We'll say 10 like different places I've looked. People are super over with having Io in. Some people are saying they're sick of the Rhea thing, using names that I don't want to say on air. And then, of course, Bianca is just like a gray area. Some are like she's being booed, and some are like, we love Bianca. And I'm like, you guys got to pick a team. There's no consistency here.
No.
So,
yeah, I can't, man. This is really where I'm at. Like, my preference would be Io, as said, to retain. But if not, Bianca. But I kind of wanted Bianca to be a heel. I really did. When everything was, coming out with the Jade, being attacked by Naomi thing.
Yeah.
I had really hoped and thought that they were both Naomi and Bianca were going to go heel out of that. And it's still possible, but I really want to see her have a heel run with that championship.
How much do you want to bet Bianca and Rhea get each other's hair and somehow cost each other? Don't know how, but Io ends up winning.
I would like Io to win. That again, I don't know, either her or Bianca. I'm a little burned out on Rhea Ripley right now, and I don't know if it's because I actually am, or if it's because of the way she's been portrayed during this angle. Because I have not liked how she's come across during this. She's just really rubbed me the wrong way.
It's me.
Yeah, it doesn't suit her character. This isn't the alpha badass that she's been for the last few years that made her stand out and break away from the Judgment Day. Like I don't understand why they've done this to her.
You want to hear a really good one then? Someone posted on the interwebs saying there's one woman that you guys should be featuring on the show in a match, but she's not on the show. Can you guess who? No guesses?
Who?
Alexa Bliss.
I don't know what Alexa Bliss is doing right now. Speaking
No,
that's
what I'm
Ohio
saying. Like,
native.
They were talking about a couple places were like, where is she? And I'm like, holy shit, they're not wrong.
I don't know. Not just an Ohio native. She and I went to the same high school. So
same grade? No, she's
no. Yeah, she's 6 years younger than me. She wasn't there. I know people that went to high school with her, but I did not go to high school with her. No.
Be a pro wrestler one day. Sure. Now she is.
You know what irritates me though, and I should actually contact the school about this because my kids go there. I got 2 kids there. There's nothing in like if there's like a big section about like people that went to that school that have achieved things after going there because we have like a couple folks that went on to be journalists at like CNN, some Broadway actors, things like that. Very cool things. There's nothing in there for Alexa Bliss, and there should be. Like, she's the most famous person to have gone to that high school.
Well, isn't there like Alexa Bliss? For those of us on this side of the fence, Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose is from Cincinnati, and his name is John Moxley. Who are you talking about? Who's this Dean?
Okay,
Ambrose?
You know what I'm saying, but like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You know exactly where in Ohio I'm getting at. Is like, there's got to be a few people.
Yeah, but Cincinnati is like a couple hours south-ish from me. Like it's not that close. I'm outside of Columbus. I'm technically
like those guys.
I love Cincinnati. I almost moved there when I worked for the Murder Mystery Company because I was doing so many shows down there. But no disrespect, but I wouldn't live in Cleveland. That's where I would not live.
Just
not
pass
happening.
Through.
If I ever have to, sure. There's some cool stuff there.
You would know. The Browns, I've never been there, so
that's where the Browns lose.
They
know. They know. They lose other places too. It's not just Cleveland.
The subtlety, I love it.
But no, I like here. But yeah, here in Hilliard, which is outside of Columbus. But Moxley, he is from Cincinnati. There's been a decent number of wrestlers from Al Snow's from Lima.
But that's what I'm getting at is like you can name off the top of your head like a handful of people that are from Ohio that are all Ohio born that are wrestlers now, like you said, Bliss, Mox, Snow, etc. Yeah. So
good time.
Not a small circle.
I think the Basham brothers going back, but we got to get back into Raw.
Far.
Yeah, I know. That's the state of affairs. Yeet. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yes. Again, to quote Taz again, but I digress. We've got one more segment to talk about tonight here, guys.
The main event.
The main event segment. So again, we saw Paulie dangerously hanging out backstage, and he was approached by CM Punk, whose hair is poofy once again. And Punk sat down and he was chatting with him, and he was talking to Paul, and he told Paul, he said, "Paul, look at my eyes. What do you see?"
And I love that line.
Paul just quietly saying cult of personality. He's like,
I was like, that was the only appropriate answer. What else could you have said?
It was good. I loved that. It was a really, really, really fun moment. But they're sitting there chatting, and oh my God, wouldn't you know it? Now
Paul's ex-girlfriend shows up.
Oh, this was beautiful. I was waiting for Joey Greco to pop out here and bring the Cheaters crew and cameras out.
Someone's done that by now.
Oh, if they haven't, I'll be doing that later tonight and hopefully getting that meme out by the morning. But, Paul Heyman was so distressed here. My tribal chief, as he walks away. And, he was so distraught. And this was a great moment. Oh, hi, Celeste. This was a fantastic moment. I loved this. It was shot wonderfully. And this led to Roman Reigns making his way out to the ring with Paul Heyman running right behind him, like a little lost puppy dog. Well, you're so mean to Paul Heyman.
I'm just being honest. That was not running. No, I'm sorry, but they need to shorten Roman's theme song for like cable episodes.
He's the tribal chief.
I don't give a shit. When his name looks like something out of the damn stock market. Then,
oh God, you're being political tonight, sir. You're taking
true.
All the swings.
I typed in OTC one time on the Googles, thinking it would show Roman Reigns, and it was like, this is part of the NASDAQ, New York Times, blah 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 stuff, and I'm like, whoa. I was like, okay. Also, what is your little one doing?
I think Celeste melted.
Oh boy, Go to commercial.
She's all right.
Um,
She's all right. She's all right. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. But Roman,
that guy in the
Roman and
background, the
Paul.
Austin shirt. That guy's face.
Oh my god, he was having a good time. I still have.
I don't think he was having a good time. He looks like he's out of it. Like he's just like staring into the abyss.
He looks happy. He might be stoned.
That's a better answer.
There's a possibility.
No, I don't know.
Oh.
This segment, it was cool and all. Roman babbled on. Hey, I was eating my dinner listening to him
No,
babble.
this was a good promo. He was talking about loyalty and honesty, and he said that the fans there would never betray him. But he talked about who would. And he really laid into Paul here about the favor, because he said it's a favor that you owed, not a favor I owed. I got drug into your favor. I didn't need to be part of your favor. And he made some good points here, but I gotta be honest, Roman Reigns being this upset about this really does give jealous girlfriend vibes, right?
Oh my god, right?
This
Dare we
thing
say Jerry Springer vibes?
Little bit. It is pro wrestling there, right? This got a "you fucked up" chant from the audience here.
I wonder why.
Because he upset the tribal chief. So he was really laying into Paul here, and Paul was apologetic and upset, as he does want to upset the tribal chief. Wouldn't you just know it? Interrupted as things get extra
by
heated.
A man wearing a vest that was popular in the 90s.
Yeah, he's got his Missy Elliott vest on tonight.
Thank you. I was trying to figure out where it was from.
Yeah, it's a little reminiscent of a Shield vest as well, but yeah.
Yeah, 100 pounds, but it's huge on him. Looks like it's like 2 sizes too big.
Yeah, it does look a little oversized on him.
Like someone's like, "Hey, Seth, listen, this is a triple XL." Seth puts it on. I love it. I'll wear it. It's like, okay. And then, of course, your quote. It's a Missy Elliott video jacket.
Like, he's going to be dancing inside of the cheese grater. That's what it looks like.
Oh my god,
the cheese grater.
I remember that. But anyways,
right? Seth out there to interrupt. And again, they just rehashed a lot of what happened last week and over the last few weeks. Really just trying to drive home this match at WrestleMania, trying to drive home why it is to be the main event of night one, other than just to placate CM Punk. But I thought that it's some great work here. Seth said that he made the choice last week to not put Paul Heyman in the hospital.
He could have.
He could have made that choice. And Roman Reigns said he could have made that choice, and Roman Reigns has made his choice, and boom! Lays out Seth Rollins. And then pie faces Paul Heyman. This is so sad.
I don't know why Paul's getting so much hate.
Like, Roman's so upset with him, and he shoved him. And this, of course, summoned Paul Heyman's only true friend in the universe.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I smell something cooking. I don't know what it could be.
This led to quite the brawl. Quite the brawl. He gets Punk gets speared by Roman Reigns as he's tending.
The diving hug.
The diving hug by Roman Reigns. And then, my God, we don't learn from history, right? Roman Reigns, this is like almost the identical shot to the chair shot heard around the world. And guys, that's how Raw ended. This was the go home show. This is what the end. Yeah. And again, Seth Rollins having the option. Everyone else is down. Rollins very well could have, if he had chosen to do so, could have done the same to Paul Heyman. He could have stomped him. He could have hit him with the chair. He could have stomped him into a chair. He could have stomped him with the chair. He could have stomped the chair into him.
He could have.
I whipped the ass with Charles. He could have. Wow. So he's doing Crime Time's gimmick now.
Nah, it's his own gimmick. Remember, never happened before. That's just a new, fresh gimmick. No one's ever done.
Never.
So,
But no, this was I thought this was a really really solid main event segment. Like I said, they had a lot of video packages, vignettes, and promos tonight, but it interspersed well with the wrestling. Most of the matches went at least 10 minutes this evening, so bravo to that. But yeah, good work here, Caesar. How you feeling going into this triple threat night one of WrestleMania after tonight's closing promo?
Something. How do I say this without sounding ridiculous? Something I sense is cooking in the back.
With Heyman and
No, in regards to this whole match, I don't know what it is, but something's cooking. Like I don't know if I call it my spidey senses are tingling, but something's
look,
making me think something.
It is the main event of the first night of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know where you have the option to have had multiple other matches in that spot. And there are some people that are spicy about Jey Uso not getting that main event spot with Gunther.
But it's supposed to be because he won the Royal Rumble. That's what
you know. What? Well, and that's on them.
Yeah.
I'm curious if after this year, if they will change the verbiage on how they refer to the Royal Rumble winner and say that it guarantees them a world title opportunity, not a main event match at WrestleMania. Because that's all they have to do is just change that, tweak that, and it gets them out of it in the future.
You know, it would be kind of cool to see just for the one night is put one of the world champs in the match. Like 1 year it'll be the world champ, 1 year it'll be the universal champ.
Yeah.
Not every year.
No, just something to do some year. And you know what? I'm sure at some point the stars will align on that, and it'll make sense to do that year. But Caesar, man, before we get into our jobbers and megastars of the night, anything else on tonight's main event segment, as it would be?
No, I'm just excited to see how Mania goes. You know, this weekend, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Sunday and Saturday.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a lot of God, guys, Dirt Sheet Radio. We're gonna be all over this, so don't you worry. We'll be here with you. So we're obviously covering both nights of WrestleMania, and Saturday for NXT. It will be a watch along, a live watch along of NXT Stand and Deliver. It's gonna be fun. Second year in a row.
Are you gonna be there?
So, of course, I'm gonna be there.
Then
it's NXT,
perfect reason to tune in. There's a perfect reason right there.
Molly will be there.
Even better. There, you're just.
And you know what? Actually, it's going to be the middle of the day, so all the dogs are going to be out here. Molly will be here.
You're just spoiling the people who are going to show up.
Bonnie will be here. Bruno and the OG dog of this house, the patriarch dog of this home, Maurice. He is.
You better turn it up then. They better.
Maurice will be there.
You guys got to turn.
You know what? Now. You know what? I'll make sure that Maurice is wearing a fresh, clean bandana as well. He's a sharp dog. He's a good boy.
Just spoil the audience some more, why don't you?
Oh, they're gonna be ready. But yeah, so lots of coverage going that way. But guys, we got to get into it. We got to get into the closing segments here. It is almost 12:30 on the East Coast. We've got to talk about tonight's jobber of the night. The jobber looking for where's the oh, there it is.
I mean, I could do the voice, but. Nah.
I thought you did that for the megastar because that's intense and like.
I'll do it for the megastar.
There you go.
All right,
but let's talk about jobber, brother. Who's your jobber? Who you got tonight, man?
It's too easy, but it feels appropriate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it to I don't know why he's called it, but Logan Paul. That's it.
The Maverick.
I don't like that name. I don't understand his thing. They have so many more. So many much better talent they could use in spots at matches, and instead they give it to him. So that's I don't know. That's just my take. He's got he's just there.
No, it's fair. I go back and forth on Logan Paul, and that I have to try to really analyze. Does my dislike of him come from him doing his job, or does it come from me actually disliking him? And I lean more towards the second one more often than not, which isn't
Yeah.
good. I don't like him. I just do not like him. So it's hard to disagree
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Question is, who's your pick?
Um,
Ooh.
this is tough because it came down to a couple different people for a couple different reasons. Um, I Part of me wants to sadly say Io Sky
Okay.
because I felt like again she felt so forgotten in this feud, and
Yeah.
then tonight you have all of the men getting one last in ring kind of live promo segment. You didn't get that for the women, but I guess they got a large portion of the segmenting like last week and the week prior, so that's kind of understandable. But I don't know. So part of me wanted to go there, and then the other part was Chad Gable. Because he didn't get to do really anything tonight. He was just ringside and he got thrown out. And he doesn't have a match at WrestleMania.
You sure?
Yes, justice for Chad. But so like I would say from the angle of just me being irritated with how they treated Io Sky for this, I'm going to lean more that way. Not so much Io Sky, but just how they handled her part of that story. And you know what? Also, how they handled Rhea Ripley's portion of that, because it's maybe kind of not like Rhea Ripley right now. So you know what? And whatever they did to get Bianca Belair booed, you know what? My jobber of the night is how they handled this feud.
Yeah, no, I can agree with you on that one. I mean,
That's
I have
it.
my pick,
I'm mad.
but
I'm mad. Like
big mad.
they're yes, big mad. I've got big feelings. Like I've got Chihuahuas. They've got big feelings. They're little, but they got big feelings. That's how I am. But I'm also big, and I've got big feelings. I'm mad about this because like this could have been so good, and you really didn't need it to be a triple threat. You could have just gone with Bianca and Rhea. Or if you want to do what they did and have that little like fun mix up and put the belt on Io, could have just had Io and Bianca. You didn't need to do the triple threat thing. I wasn't really on board with that, and I think it's hurt everybody. It has hurt everyone involved, and that's not good. You shouldn't be going into WrestleMania dropping your ship. It should be skyrocketing going into Mania. So that being said, I've not been happy with the build. I'm excited for the match. I think the match is going to be,
Yeah.
barn burner. But yeah, the build to that match is my jobber of the night.
So should I say it then, or what? Let me do the voice.
Wait, hold on. I have to. Let me. We're gearing
Testing.
up. Oh my God, that is dulcet. Are you ready? Oh, that's the wrong clip. Oh,
Megastar of the night.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, Megastar of the night. This is the happier, the bigger moment, the go-home show of WrestleMania. This, for the year of 2025. Caesar, who is your Megastar go-home edition of Raw?
Oh, it's me, of course. No, I'm just kidding.
No doubt.
I'm gonna give it to Julius. Actually, Julius Creed.
Julius Creed. I don't know if I have just a picture of Julius.
Oh,
here.
It's all good, but like, it's about time to give him something to do. He's still with American Made, but like, it's just cool that he's on the ground.
He's
it's
there.
It's just good that he actually had a match, and they didn't get like in the ring and do stuff. It was all him carrying his half of the match.
Well,
and literally carrying.
Well, and I think he showed that he's a really capable singles wrestler here, and he's in there with Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean? Like Rey Mysterio could get a convincing match out of me. But I thought this was great. I thought that was he did a really good job here, and I said this of a bunch of the matches tonight, but I feel like everyone really turned it up, especially considering WrestleMania is this weekend.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that one actually. Again, as I said earlier, I'll say it again. The one thing that still kind of shook me was when he went full speed into that post.
Mm-hmm.
That was rough.
Well, and again, just going to bring up one more time that suplex walking Rey up the ring steps back into the ring, just magnificent.
I mean, Ray
absolutely
probably
magnificent.
weighs nothing compared to what he can lift. So
That's fair. The man is an absolute just monster. Just a monster of a man.
and he's got forever left in his career. So kudos. Now the question is, who's your megastar?
This was tough. There were a few heavy contenders tonight, without question. I really I actually was originally going to pick Julius Creed, but I don't want to piggyback. I don't want to piggyback
I know.
on what you did. So I kind of go with one of my backups here. Goodness gracious! Like I said, there were a couple others that were in high contention. And you know what? No, you know what? Screw it. There's no real reason for me not to. I'm going with Julius Creed too. I'm just a little bummed that I don't have a better picture of him here. I thought that was just personally. I that was my favorite match tonight. I get why he didn't win it, but like I thought it was the best match tonight. I thought it was probably one of the best matches that he's had on the main roster, if not the best match he's had on the main roster. But yeah, I'm piggybacking with you. I'm right there. It's Julius Creed all the way tonight.
Woo!
Go home show for Raw, WrestleMania. It goes into the annals of Dirt Sheet Radio that the megastar of the night tonight was Julius Creed.
I was going to say Molly.
Well, main event Molly, Monday Night Molly. She's a perpetuate megastar of this program, sir. But yeah. But Caesar, man, before we hit into the closing procedures here, anything else on tonight's program that we did not discuss that you wanted to talk about, sir?
There's a lot of predictions I can make going into this weekend, but I'm torn.
We've got plenty of time this week for predictions.
Yeah. So all we can do
the
is
week is young.
wait and see.
The week is young. But all right, well, y'all, if you had a good time tonight,
we hope you did.
I've got some good news.
What is it? Oh, your microphone's cutting right out.
Oh. We good? We good? All right. We're not just here on Monday nights breaking down Raw. No. Dirt Sheet Radio is here for professional wrestling. Professional wrestling never stops, and Dirt Sheet Radio is always on rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling. Guys, we're here for Monday nights for Raw. We're here Tuesday nights for NXT. Wednesday nights, that's when you can check out the Dirt Sheet Radio flagship program, where they also talk AEW Dynamite. Thursdays are for Impact. Fridays for SmackDown. And guys, on the weekends, CJ and I do this thing called the Weekend Wrestling Roundup when we get the opportunity to do so. And also on Sundays, every single week, the 3NT podcast, guys, doing it live, breaking down the week of professional wrestling. Check them out every week. Caesar, sir, where can the folks find you next?
Well, as always, guys, I'm hanging out here with this gentleman and, of course, Molly, discussing Monday Night Raw every single Monday night. If you want to sit and discuss some more with me on the interwebs, best place to do it probably is, some of you call it X, I call it Twitter because I'm old school, and the handle's right below here. So feel free to throw me a DM or an @ or whatever you want to do, and we'll talk to you guys next week. But Tyler, let us know about your next events. On the
I'm Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster. I'll be back tomorrow night for NXT, as I am every week. Breaking down Raw here with Caesar Monday nights, and like I said, tomorrow night for NXT.
Monday, after Raw.
And then it's gonna be a good time. And then Mania weekend, I'll be all over the place with DSR. Follow me on Facebook at The Pro Wrestling Hipster, pretty please. And also, be sure to follow Dirt Sheet Radio on all social media platforms. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in live tonight. We'll be back tomorrow evening for NXT. Thank y'all. We'll see you then. Woo! It's Mania week, baby!
Yeet!